Hey people, Injured here, welcome back to the Elite League show. This is the second semi-final. We're back on good old Calderis Refinery, and Yaay, known here as Swifty, is rocking a mech boy. Teleporting here at that fight range combat, puts out some good damage, can also support, disrupt, build structures and repair, going straight for that central VP. Torpid here with a Tech Marine, starts off range combat, puts out some good damage, can also support with structures and repair, get into melee combat too. You got some Black Templars. I believe Yaay was one of the players who went random, so no telling what's going to come up. Double shooters is what we've got, and some more scouts for Torpid. Bad news for the scouts, these fellas. Mech. Caps mid. Now he's going to try and do some forward capping, I think. Oh, runs into some tactical marines. They need to try and close in from melee, those power armored elbows. Here we go. Left hook over there. There's some elbows. More annoying mech play. Teleports behind some heavy cover there. Scouts are going to run into shooters, but they do get the cap. Can he node it? Does he want to node it? Not right now. Mech boy teleports again, is now shooting up some scouts. They have to close for melee or they'll drop a model very quickly. They're going to drop a model anyway, I think. Because he's going to shoot them again. There we go. He falls. Poor bastard. No energy to teleport again, but causing all sorts of problems on the southern VP. Torpid loses sight momentarily of the Tech Marine, but does get him away safely from the sluggers. Double shooters on the west side. They could come and harass the power here. There is a generator up. I think it's worth it. Scouts going mid, though they might divert to these guys. Sluggers also can head mid, and yes, they are turning. Scouts need to get decap and leave. Torpid can't see what we can see though, but seems like he was live to the possible threat. We do have some looters up, some very quick looters up for Yaay. Devastators now for Torpid. This guy can teleport and tie up your Devastators. The Tech Marine cannot. Does have those scouts though, of course, to come in from flanks and do all sorts of shenanigans. Do they have any upgrades? Nope. First power purchase on those devs. Orcs take the mid. Mech boy coming back out of HQ. Here are the looters with that awesome looking death gun. Lot of damage on those marines there. Look at that. Almost dropped a model. Now he's setting up with the looters, and it's going to be tough for Torpid to approach head on. Scouts creating some space here. They get their shotguns up. Devastators now. Does the mech boy dare to teleport in here? Looks like not right now. Tech Marine's own bolt gun, of course, certainly packs a punch. Around 30 DPS. Tactical Marines still have their 3 models. Teleporting is that mech. Getting in behind. Gonna take out some scouts maybe. Is he gonna shoot? Can he shoot? Grenade goes off and is mostly dodged, I think. I was too busy looking at his mech boy. Oh, he's just gonna decap. Just gonna do some decapping. Suppressed other Marines are outside of cover. Shooters can't quite capitalize. The Devastator is there to support and cover that. Marines now go for the decap. Shooter boys with their big... Oh, they're not bleeders, I should say, not their big shooters. Dropping models, though. Marines, oh, they did drop one. Finally. Headbutts from the mech boy. Seems like the only unit to not headbutt for orcs are the sluggers. Devastator's dropping a model now. Decent little passage of play for Yaay. Got some Marines down, which isn't always easy. Torpid sent his scouts off so they couldn't cover those engagements there with their shotguns and stuff. These guys dropping one now to that mech boy. Must have a fair amount of XP, yeah. On his way to level 2. Tech Marine with decidedly less, but here comes the Master Crafted Bolter. Bad news for orcs in tier 1. Almost 40, almost like 38 I think, DPS on this thing. with, of course, the high-powered shots. Sluggers might find it very tough to get into combat now. Just keep them on the edges, capping, I suppose. Is it just the one shotgun? Well, one squad of shotguns. These guys getting their elite training. Allows them to infiltrate. I believe it gives them some like health regen, of course, as well. When they're out of combat, I believe. Looters. Trying to be sneaky, but scouts like to be the only sneaky ones. You saw that high-powered shot there, almost taking a model off those fellas immediately. Shooter boys down to 2 models and 4. Won't take long to tear those apart. No grenade, no grenade. Gets back to the mid and caps. Able to just overpower yaay's slightly injured squads. Now very injured squads. What's this? Sluggers trying to get on the power. Shotgun scouts having a word. Who have burners on the way. They're ignoring the scouts. Tech Marine is going to maybe high-powered shot their face here. Maybe, I'm not sure what the cooldown is on that thing. They're persuaded to leave. There's a grenade. There it is. It's a wayward one. Mech boy teleports in, not before getting suppressed slightly low. You think he just tied him up. He wants to try and kill one of them. 473 to 341 on the VPs. What is this? Scouts on the power. Doing a decent job holding the mid right now, Torpid. More Devastators to face a war truck from yaay, who's in tier 2. Uh-oh. Teleported in a little bit too soon, but there is some support here now. Good shotgun blast though. Might be able to follow it up with a nasty grenade soon. Needs 60 energy though. Orcs are surviving reasonably well. I guess the looters dropped 2 models, but I thought the shooters were going to crumble and drop models like crazy there. Here comes Sluggers with a Nob Leader. Bad news for Tactical Marines. Backing away though from the Devastators. Now Torpid knows for sure that yaay is in tier 2 before even seeing the war truck. Here it is. Transport vehicle for orcs, as it is reinforce and drive around orcs. Not sure how they fit in there, but they're orcs. They think they can do it. There are sluggers inside. See the burners kind of sticking out. And they're going straight for the gens. They could finish off that Tech Marine, but they might not have been able to see him as we could. Tier 2 now for Torpid. And has some decisions to make for sure. Could get a las cannon, of course. Could get a missile launcher. Could get melter gun and orbs. I'm guessing a missile launcher is enough. Does have double devs. These fellas with vengeance rounds, that would be enough if they can get in a good position. So maybe just a librarian to support those guys. 418 339. They got 1 gen. War truck now drives away. There is a big shooter on it. Doesn't do much damage though. Not easy to shoot off a bumbling war truck, I guess. Got some Daka going on over there. Some capping over here. Sluggers are repairing. And here comes Torpid. Happy to fight head on for now. Opens out with a grenade. How did that fella survive? It's a miracle. Did kill him in the end. 418 to 314. Node goes down. These guys complete their cap. No pressure on the VP there, you saw. From the mech boy. Oh, what's he doing? Got his custom force field to do this. Tech Marine is not level 2 yet. Down goes the war truck though. It was a las cannon. Does the job. And those fellas get away. Can they get a Marine? They can. The Nob Leader there with a power melee weapon, like 65 DPS as well. It's very, very painful. Meanwhile, mid, the mech boy did get away. This should be a decent little fight here for Torpid. Could line up a retreat grenade perhaps. Here we go. Oh no, they used their energy to shotgun blast. Oh well. Save the power, I suppose. Orcs capping the western power. So they have all three. Just this red natural that they don't have. And they have that wreck point. Some good capping for yaay. Weird boy on the field now. These guys stick together like this, you could stun them both. It's basically a one engagement for yaay at that point. Scout's doing some work in melee combat there, with some support of course. 390 to 302. Laskanen takes out a shooter boy. Give this guy a medal. Ouch. Red boy's basic attack is painful. It's like a plasma cannon, he just shoots out of his stick. Scouts took a little bit too long there to infiltrate, now being spotted by the shooters, eating a warp vomit. Amazing controllability from the weird boy. Another good basic attack. Ouch. Man, like a third of their health. Tier 3 for yaay. That seems like very, very good timing. With all the power in hand and a decent VP lead, Torpid's going to have to seriously outplay yaay here, I think, because we could see a knob squad before you know it. Just purchased something. Was that just a reinforcement? I think it was. Wasn't lining anything up. Sluggers have been a constant threat. Weird boy now brings a new dimension that Torpid has to worry about. Can't jump on him. Trying to outshoot him while he's throwing those big bolts of orange stuff at you is tough. Tank Marine has his shield up. Allows him to stand and trade much more effectively with shooter boys. Already has over 100 power, yaay. Here comes a Razorback from Torpid. The Tech Marine shield does not prevent knockback, as you just saw. It does have that awesome accuracy debuff for enemies attacking him though. 390 to 239. Laskanen doesn't really have something to shoot right now. I'm not sure about the weird boy's size. Is he just a small entity? Seems like it should be medium or something, but I guess balance reasons. Mech boy causing havoc with his bouncy custom force field. Pushed a bit too hard there, I think, yaay. Didn't want to do that when Torpid was set up like this. Stone Guard veterans with their Hellfire rounds loaded in. These guys are first company tactical marines with some very fancy looking bolters, as you can see. Scopes and everything. Box magazines. They are pimped out marines. Razorback. Could be met by... Oh, it's going to be met by a knob squad. Never mind. Who needs a beamy def gun? So the Tech Marine himself can suppress them with this. Can also use his bionics if he dares to get close. There is another heavy bolter as well as shotguns. Potentially 2 shotguns. Uh-oh, Tech Marine goes down. 2-to-1 cap now for yaay again. But cannot stay in the field. Space Marines are tough. They can withstand that, for example. Weird boy thinks about it, does leave. There's a knob squad. Tier 3 melee infantry that can stand with anything in the game and usually kill him. Mina and Greener, oh, is cancelled over here. Okay then. Torpid has time to cap. And played that really well. Kind of creeping out of base, bit by bit, supported by the Razorback. using the Devastate as well. Level 2 scouts on a scouting mission. Are they just going to decap? They are. Did not attempt a power bash. Perhaps sensing something's coming, since nothing has hit the field after the Weird Boy did. Here's the Knob Squad. Might need to reface these Devastators over here. Mina and Greener is now on the way. Knob Squad getting in behind. Devastators do reface. High powered shot is there as well. There it is. Stone Guard using their Vengeance rounds. They should be using their Kraken bolts. Vengeance is for super heavy and vehicles. These guys are heavy infantry. Oh, able to get on the scouts. The rest of the orcs flooding through. Knob Squad took a lot of damage. They dropped a model as well. Torpid played that pretty well. Just couldn't hold back the tide of the greenskins. But he had to try. Couldn't just let them through on the power here unopposed. Maybe a Dreadnought next. Maybe a Dreadnought next. Weird Boy pushing up. Looters are going to take a forward position here. Power being bashed very quickly by the Knobs, which gives them XP, of course. Heavy melee headbutt. Down it goes. 2-to-1 cap here. Not sure what this Razorback is up to. It's going to eat a rear armor shot from the Weird Boy and then be finished off by the Knob Squad, I would think. Is he just trying to free up Pop here? No, it lives. Shut up, injured. I don't know what you're talking about. 350 to 157. Full gens up here for Yaay. It's alive somehow. 12 hit points. Mech Boy with a beamy death gun of his own. Weird Boy finishes it off. There it goes. Yeah, that was strange. Just sent it to slaughter, I think. Here comes a Dreadnought. Did not see the value of a Razorback anymore, I suppose, with the Knob Squad on the field. Could have done some work. Oh, just freed up some pop, I think. Freed up some population there. Don't think he could have got a Dreadnought. Level 3 Tech Marine. Now has Signum armor. And that's what that can let you do. Shooter boys might go down on retreat here, and they do. Just exploding into little pieces of orcs. Slugger's getting a natural back single for Torpid into a double. Nicely done. Stone Guard veterans have their Hellfire rounds loaded back in, and here is a Dreadnought, most likely going to keep it in this default melee state to fight the Knobs while damage is poured on them from ranged. And a beacon is going up. 314 148. Knob Squad have their Knob leader. Still don't have their hammers, but those axes are scary enough. Going to be very interesting fight here. It's a lot of VPs to make up Torpid, 150. When you're staring down a Knob Squad, that's a hell of a lot. Here they come. There's Frenzy. Allows them to shrug off this suppression and get into melee, but they're going to meet a Dreadnought here. Shrug that off. Emperor's Fist goes in. There's a marked target. Stone Guard tried to find something else to shoot at and eat a Weird Boy shot. Knob Squad dealt with there. Dealt with relatively easily. Didn't have a lot of support going in. Yaay taking the time to cap some stuff maybe while that was going on. Slugger's getting around. Took out some Devastators. And now he's seen the beacon. Dreadnought taking some damage, but now has the Blessing of the Omnissiah global heal going on from the Tech Marine. Ouch. Takes out the Weird Boy. Nicely done. 293 to 134. Sluggers dealt with by Devastators there. And Torpid retakes the middle. Nob squad, not so scary. When you have a bunch of stuff to deal with them and you know how to use it. There's some repairs. Level 4 Tech Marine. Done really well so far, this guy. Mech Boy's kind of faded a little bit. I guess the Beamy helped take out a Razorback, but that seems to be sent to die. Can't switch back to his default weapon. He can switch to his big shooter. But for now, he can shoot at the Dreadnought, of course. Level 3. And that was a pretty effective way to stop the cap. Let's teleport in and use your custom force field. 256, 134. Everything, of course, retreating back to the beacon, which is handy. Scouts might want to go... Nope, they're just scouting. Literally scouting. I thought they were going to try and get around. Reveal themselves with some shotgunning. Can the Nob squad get in and do their work this time? Is it even possible? Heavy bolter, mastercrafted bolter, shotguns, and a dreadnought to contend with. These guys now have their Kraken bolts loaded in to fight the Nobs. Switching to Hellfire. Shotgun blast to open it up here. Oh, there's the rocks. Well, that's one way to push against a dreadnought and a bunch of Space Marine stuff. Drop some stuff from orbit. Devastators live. This could be a death trap around this beacon here. But for now, they're doing pretty well. Torpid getting more Devastators up, as you can see. Dreadnought with the global repair again, I believe, going off. Yes. Tech Marine, we lost the indicator for this guy. But Nobs are not liking these fights. Dreadnought almost taking down that mech. Can he turn and get a smack on the Nobs? No, goes for these guys instead. Should get a model. Here we go. Maybe another? No, couldn't swing again. So, a little bit of panic from the rocks, but they live. They survive. 191 to 134 here. Devastator's pushing up the others with the overlapping fire there. Here's a looted tank though for yaay. 181, 134. The comeback is on. Almost level 4 sluggers. Needs to try and come in from angles and negate the double devastators. But the looted tank is going to help a lot. Because there's no real AV here now. Apart from the Dreadnought's melee. I guess the Stern Guard can use their Vengeance rounds too. Which do a decent job these days. And a Mega Rumbler. Here comes that tank. Do you focus the Dreadnought immediately? Try and shoot it down? Or kill yourself some Marines. Here comes a Whirlwind for Torpid. Tank is kind of trying to come in from an angle here. Scouts are there to spot it though. Beamy can't quite see the Dreadnought. Oh, so nice grenade. Those Stern Guard are kind of out there. Backing away now. Here comes the Nob squad. Shotgun scouts are there. There's the marked target as well. Frenzy doesn't stop you being knocked over. Dreadnought having some fun in the backlines against Shooter Boys. Looted tank getting very close to stuff. We do have a las cannon now. Nob squad having a bit more success this time. A decent grenade does hit some allied scouts as well, but they're on the beacon. This is where beacons can be a death trap for your stuff because they retreat back to it and are kind of stuck here. Even if you deactivate the beacon, it does take a while to register sometimes. But again, Torpid lives. Deals with it pretty well, doesn't lose the mid. Now some repairs for the Dreadnought. This guy's been awesome. Whirlwind to help disrupt things. Can also get the hunter killer missile shots on the tank. Like that. Look at the range on that thing. Big chunk of damage there. Looted tank gets repairs. Leveling up are the shooters to 3. Sluggers are 4. Torpid had a forward position but does back away. Maybe try to send the sluggers in first to try and bait at least a shotgun blast out, but it's hard when there's a heavy bolter covering things. Where is that heavy bolter? Oh, did heavy bolter go down? I guess it went down. I didn't even notice that. Uh-oh, Mega Rumbler. Turret is up, but it might not last long with this thing going off. There's massive damage to buildings. Beacon goes down. Whirlwind goes down. The turret survives. Nob Squad are waiting. They now have their hammers. And they're pretty huge. Scout's being sneaky. There's a shotgun blast. Dreadnought gets in. Where's the marked target though? Tech Marine's busy repairing. Emperor's Fist. Last cannon shot. 64 to 134. This could be the deciding engagement. Looters getting very low, but they are taking out the odd Stone Guard. Down they go though. Marked target is now up. Extra damage for these knobs to have to contend with. But with their hammers, as you can see, doing a much better job fighting this Dreadnought here. The momentum bonus is a big deal. Down to a single knob against a Dreadnought which is getting repairs. You might have to run away, Mr. Knob. Down it goes. Torpid gets the kill, 64 to 134. What a close game to start off this semi-final. Down goes the Dreadnought eventually. It was the looted tank. And who has the upper hand now? The tank is still in play. And that's a big deal. Yaay getting some flash kits now. Stone Guard are almost level 4. 2 scout squads have been fantastic so far. It's a tough one. On the knife edge right now. Tier 2 to 1 for Yaay. Shotgun blast to try and get a decap here. Oh, but there's that force field. Really sends you flying, that thing. Mech boy needs to be careful though. There's a lot of damage in his face now. Level 6 mech. And a level 5 Tech Marine. Very nearly level 6 himself. And here are the flash kits. They have their snaz guns. Git finders on the way. Gives them extra range. Some serious dacker from those fellas. 1-to-1 here. Sluggers get in. Nice grenade from Torpid. The beacon is down, right? Yes, it is. Here comes the looted tank. Level 3. Needs some repairs, though. Seen better days, this thing. Tech Marine, oh, he's getting his metal gun. That's why he's getting so close. Here we go. 1. 3 shots and it's down. There we go. Tech Marine hits level 6. Switches back to the Mastercrafted Bolter. Wants that nice suppression. But look at this. Yaay is getting some capping done. Seriously going to get a triple here, I think. Tactical Marines dropping in. But these are level 4 sluggers. They're still happy to engage. Scout support, though, does see them off. There is the triple for Yaay. No grenade for those fellas. Mech Boy has his big shooter now. Almost 38 piercing DPS. Pretty much the same as the Master Copy Volta. Tech Marine can't teleport, of course. No blasters yet for these fellas. More Git Finders on the second squad. Tactical Marines getting in to close combat with their sergeant, who is pretty good at fighting. Double though still for yaay. Very, very close, 47-36. It's Scouts trying to decap. But this thing makes it hard. Must be on cooldown or something. Oh, it's a Mega Rumbler. Mark target though is going to get shot down here, I think. I don't believe you can retreat out of it. There's a rocks. Oh boy. Oh, just one shot at those Devastators, I think. Torpid not happy. Looks like yaay has this game. Awesome rocks at the end. There's a GG. yaay takes the first game. With a level 7 mech at the end there. Torpid did so well for so long. Couldn't quite hold the knobs all that time. And that rocks at the end was pretty devastating. The tank made the big difference for yaay. Did you ever get blasters, fellas? I don't think you did. No. Attacker's fine. And there we go, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in Game 2. Hey people, Injured here, welcome back to Game 2 of this Elite League semi-final. On the blue side, Torpid has a Chaos Lord, durable and destructive hero, walks through objects and cannot be suppressed, powerful offense and disruption, fights mainly in melee combat. This is the Night Lord's elite scheme, with all the wings and that. Up against, it's yaay, with a Farseer support hero that fights in melee combat, powerful buffs, debuffs and control abilities. Went straight for that contested VP. This is the Exodites elite scheme. Can't remember who did these Eldar elite schemes, but they're pretty cool. Well done, whoever it was. Good job. yaay, of course, one of the players in the league that went random, so Torpid doesn't know what's going to show up. Farseer going straight into the CSM, puts a guide on herself. Chaos Lord ignoring her. Gonna go for that central VP himself. Farseer takes the garrison, took a few too many shots from the Chaos Space Marines bolt guns there. They got like lightning on their greaves and stuff. Are those greaves? I don't know what they call them. Dire Avengers now taking some shots. And they will soon feel the wrath of the Chaos Lord. Here he comes. Look at that sword. So double Dire Avengers, yep. Howling Banshees in between. We're now fighting Heretics. Doom Blast and run, hey? Did that Doom Blast do any damage? Not very much. I guess it's like 30 or so, isn't it? Without their aspiring champion at level 1. More Heretics on the way for Torpid. No war gear yet for these guys. The Combi Flamer, very popular choice for the Chaos Lord versus all factions really. But you can hunt down Eldar and shoot them into little Eldar bits pretty well with it. That was a special attack which missed. And here comes said Combi Flamer. Look at that. That new sound effect comes in and you flee in terror. It's got like horns on it. It's got a demon's head on it. Is that a bloodletter head? I don't think it is. Kill the weak. Did it not knock down the Farseer? She doesn't care about kill the weak, apparently. Chaos Lord should take that fight, even with the lower percentage of health there. Heretics dropping to 2 models on the west side. 8 some shurikens, I guess, and some power swords. Meanwhile, east side, Chaos Lord is scared off by a shuriken cannon, and Heretics will fire their largely useless pistols, I believe they are. I don't think they do too much DPS. They got a decap though. And I always like a tier 1 with a bunch of heretics in it. That's how you should play Chaos tier 1s, I think. I don't, because I'm bad. But Torpid is good, so maybe we'll see some good heretic play here. Oh wow. CSM dropping a model. I believe that one fellow was out of cover. He felt brave against all the little shooting stars. And died. Howling Banshees with the aspect of strength. Warshout, fleet of foot, more health, all that good stuff. And in tier 2, the Exarch will have a fancy spear. Heretics just melting under shuriken fire there. Banshees on the prowl. They will take the cap while these guys maybe have a look at the power. Try and bash it. Eldar can't really bash super fast in tier 1, although Banshees under guide will chop down a generator pretty well, I think. Here comes the Chaos Lord. And he's turned around. He was going to have a look at the power, I think, but now says, hey, maybe we should defend the power we have. I wonder whose face that was on top of his shoulders there. Must have been a worthy foe. Like a Space Marine captain or something. There's that combi flamer doing work. Pain. Did they not drop a model? Wow. It's a miracle. It's a little Eldar miracle. Heretics capping east side while the Chaos Lord distracts everything. Chaos Lord's so big, I believe he cannot benefit from cover. Because he likes to break it. Heretics here with an aspiring champion. Banshees on them with a wailing shout. They can turn and engage. Doom blast there. More support though for the Banshees. And some special attacks from the Banshees too. More heretics coming in. Eating a grenade though. Nicely done by Yaay. Killed like 4 or 5 there, I think. And these guys got down to 2 models too. There's a bad little fight for Torpid. Had to try and defend the power though. Where is the Chaos Lord at? Healing up. Raptors on the field now. Will make a big difference here. Double Die Avengers and Shuriken. They will mess all those guys up. And give the Banshees a pretty good fight too. Depending on how exactly the fight comes about. There's a jump. These guys suppress when they land. Do slightly more damage than Assault Marines, but have less hit points. Oh, Chaos Lord's having some fun. Killed one of these fellas in melee, I think, and then started flaming them to death. Almost wipes that squad. The Eldar Farseer now capping mid. Has no war gear. Goes tier 2 in fact, does Yaay. Gets the VP, runs away. Double cap though up for the Eldar. West side is going to get back blue. And so is the mid. Also going to turn blue. Chaos Lord should be able to easily see off these fellas. Only real threat to him here is just lots of sustained fire. Individually though, maybe the Banshees could threaten him if he doesn't have killed a weak. Doesn't want to run headlong into a Shuriken, I suppose, but otherwise should have a massive impact on his early fights, as you'd expect from a freaking Chaos Lord. Some brief corn worship there we saw for the Chaos Lord, giving him +2 speed, which is pretty useful when you're like an 800 kilogram fella with the skulls on. Eldar attacking, they say. This is a epic pistol fight over here. Oh, here comes the Farseer's melee now. Going for the cap immediately. Shuriken being used quite well to cover these approaches. Chaos Lord having to wait for the raptor jump, I think. Where are the raptors? Here they come. And if you jump something in, especially against Eldar with their nasty bursts of damage, you need to make sure you're in quickly to support. And we see Torpid doing that here, attacking from 2 spots. Heretics losing too much too fast and get out of there. Farseer went down. Kind of sloppy there from Yaay. And Raptors tearing things up in retreats. Couldn't quite get a squad, but did some good attrition there. And now bashes power. What is the Chaos Lord doing? He's shooting. There we go. I thought he was going to use his immolate thing. Seemed like he was going to. Tier 2 for Torpid. Yaay already there, most likely wants a Wraithlord up. Here come the Howling Banshees, Exarch in play. See, they're at the front. Aspiring Champion Heretics in on them. Raptors have so far completely avoided the Banshees, which is, I guess, quite smart. Autark dropped in those to support them. You see that blue swirl? It's a passive damage resistance. I think it's against everything, but it might only be range damage. It might only be range damage. The Autark herself does not benefit from it either. She's getting shot up, but also doing some good work. There's that passive leap into combat she has. Pretty crazy. And Spear comes up, chops down a Raptor immediately. Safely jumps away. Has a nice little heal and speed bonus, and I think a small damage bonus when she lands on a unit like that. Farseer benefiting here. Special attack misses. CSM take the garrison. This could be dangerous. We do have grenades up for the Dire Avengers. Here's one, though, on the west side. Here's the second. Banshee's waiting as well. There's the grenade. Banshee's kind of ran into that. Will these guys survive? I don't think so. Down they go. Misplay from Torpid to get him in. I should have just retreated them off. Blood Crusher on the way for Torpid now. What is it these days? 360? Okay. Always has a really long build time though, the Blood Crusher. I guess no Wraithlord then for Yaay. And that's to stop those early devastating Blood Crusher rushes being too devastating. Should have a good few engagements now then, Torpid, with that Blood Crusher up. Not a whole lot Yaay could do. Maybe buffed Banshees could have a good go at it, but they'll be taking damage from other sources while they do. Autark doesn't have a gun up. Her spear is only power melee. She picked up the bad spear. Should have got the same one these fellas have. These ladies have, I should say. Raptors jumping in with their horrifically powerful aspiring champion. Power Fist and Melt Pistol. Maybe they should take the Melt Pistol off that guy. I think a Power Fist is enough. Just give him a Plasma Pistol. Farseer's level 2, no war gear. Chaos Lord still with that Combi Femi. Yep, here comes that Blood Crusher. It's a demonic vehicle, so has vehicle armor but benefits from worship. Not the toughest thing around, but can hurt you pretty bad. Good mobility. Good at breaking lines and harassing stuff like that. Chasing things down. Chaos Lord is level 3. He's done well with that Combi Flamer. Farseer in full retreat. Not sure what the plan is here. Do we have a Bright Lance? We don't. We're relying on the Banshees or saving up for something, I suppose. Just taking fights when they can, Yaay. Would have been a good time for a quarter week there, but the Chaos Lord loses the opportunity. Ouch. There's that demonic strength thing. Kind of like Merciless Strike. Well, not really. Only hits a single target. And it's a targeted ability. Whereas Merciless Strike, you draw a line. But it's a big old melee attack. Let the Galaxy burn from the armor of the Inferno there. And Yaay's play is a Wraithlord eventually, okay. Autark chopping up some heretics. Still got them all here. Survived longer than a CSM, I suppose. Will the reign of terror for this Blood Crusher end now that the Wraithlord is up? Oh, Farseer's got her spear, I think. Yep, Singing Spear is a go. A heavy melee weapon. For someone that can buff themselves quite heavily is not bad. Some supplementary anti-vehicle, I suppose. Here's that Wraithlord. This guy can hurt a Blood Crusher. That massive sword doing big chunks of heavy melee damage per hit. Can also get a shoulder-mounted Bright Lance or a shoulder-mounted Shuriken Cannon. And keep his melee resistance and all his damage and all that good stuff. 1100 hit points, so not quite as much as the other hefty tier 2 walkers out the gate, but more than makes up for it in other ways, I think. He seems to be faster, but I'm not sure that he is. Maybe just his animation seems kind of faster, his walk animation. Raptors could be in trouble here. Backhand of the Wraithlord, with just his hand, does more than the sword. I love that. That was painful. Double heretics fighting a Wraithlord and Banshees. How long are you going to stay in here, Torpid? That was... man. That was some splash damage there for the Wraithlord. Look how much XP it has already. Just munched through some heretics there. 280 to 227. Torpid is in tier 3. Played the long game here. Held up tier 2 with the Blood Crusher. But now I think it's going to collapse under that weight, this guy. Trying to flee. Wraithlord goes for the Bright Lance. Perhaps sensing that Torpid went tier 3 since nothing else came up here. Got the Galaxy Burn again. Doing some decent damage. Awesome disruption, of course, as well. What are you going to do, Mr. Blood Crusher? Just charge through? No, he's going to fight, apparently. Oh, he charges away. I thought he was going to charge through here and just try and escape. Charges back the way he came. Bright Lance taking shots at him, of course. Can fire on the move with 100% accuracy, it says here. Is that still true? Maybe we will see. Torpid, I guess, wants a tank. Could get some Terminators up. That would be cool. Not sure if that's the smart play, though, against Eldar. Blood Crusher now getting some Pawn Worship, boosting its speed even more. And, of course, giving it some more health and energy regeneration. Energy, useful for a Blood Crusher. Does have 2 abilities to use. The Charge and the Demonic Roar thing. I just thought it was a kind of odd ability, that Roar. It does make stuff run away briefly, but the animation and like the wind down of the animation is so long that it doesn't actually give you a huge amount of time. It's usually enough to get away, though. 230 to 218 on the VP's double cap here for yaay. Chaos Lord's found something to slaughter. So have the Banshees, though, with some Autarch support. Terminators coming in. We do see some. Awesome. They've got these combi bolters and power fists by default. They also demoralize enemies on kill, which is pretty useful. See, this Farseer here is demoralized, that red stuff. I believe it's less damage done and more damage taken, but it's like 5% and 3% or something. That obviously stacks up. These guys getting their Reaper autocannon for some good damage against all targets, like a Wraithlord, for example. Can turn and get some shots in there. Do they have their teleport? They must. I don't think he used it. Raptors will... what are you up to, fellas? We're going to fight a Wraithlord. Try and keep it in place for these guys to shoot it, maybe. Drop to model immediately. And flee. Fair enough. Even centuries old Chaos Space Marines run from something. These guys trying to finish off the Wraithlord with their power fists. That was a pretty good special. What level is this guy? He's level 2. I think they'll get him, though. A few more hits. Down he goes. Took a hell of a lot of damage, though, and now the Banshees are on them. Oh no, looks like they can't teleport. Down they go. Wiped out by the Banshees. Can they turn around and get the Chaos Lord now? 203-175. It's actually looking quite good now for yaay. Down goes the Chaos Lord as well. And here comes another Wraithlord. And Torpid doesn't really have a way to deal with it. Has no resources. Maybe felt that a tank would be under a lot of threat from buffed Banshees and the Bright Lance Wraithlord. Terminator's certainly got caught. There's that big old Chaos Punch. Oh, Autarch jumping in with the save. Heretics will wipe. Banshee's doing superbly well this game. They are buffed here like crazy. Level 4 as well. Eating some more Doom Blast though from Heretics. Raptors have also done pretty damn good. Got Torpid now looking kind of depleted. 135 to 175. Might be GG right here. Another big swing from that Wraithlord. Ah, so satisfying. Something Dawn of War 2 does better than any other RTS, I think. Just satisfying combat. Awesome audio-visual feedback for killing stuff. Okay, let's load down over here. Ah, well, GG. I guess it's going to be 2 games for yaay. What did we see on the Chaos Lord? Level 4 at the end. Armor of the Inferno and that Combi Flame is a pretty cool helm. And Farseer, Singing Spear and Spirit Stones, level 3 at the end. There you have it, guys. I'll see you in Game 3. Hey people, Intro here, welcome back to what is Game 3 of this Elite League semi-final. Things have got serious. It's Battle of the Lord Commissars. These guys fight in melee combat with a refractor shield. We've got, oh, Armageddon Steel Legion. These fellas have gas masks. So, some kind of advantage you'd think on the big, dusty ashland. Although, no bayonets over here. These fellas do have bayonets. I look kind of worried though. I assume this started in an Imperial pub somewhere, got out of hand. Someone blew up a planet a bit. And now they're sorting it out like men. On the ground with swords that they wave around. From the in-game chat there, doesn't seem like yaay is super confident with the Imperial Guard. Having gone random, of course. Torpid, a very strong Imperial Guard player. Seeing as he picked them and stuff. Here's a Sentinel. Shooting a Sentinel. Thrilling stuff on injured casts. Looks like the Armageddon Steel Legion Sentinel doesn't want to shoot the other one. He's given up. The green one wins. Torpid with triple guardsman. yaay most likely wants a heavy weapons squad up. Contested VP is done in blue for Torpid. Not much resistance here from yaay, although those fellas might get involved. My mouse is not cooperating. There we go. Here comes the Lord Commissar. Torpid's one. Getting stuck into some guards and separating them from the Sentinels they can't repair. Getting some models off them too. From the looks of it. Here comes the other Lord Commissar. Just had a little look at each other there. Goes straight past him though and attacks the Sentinel's feet. These Sentinels just don't look big enough to fit a fella inside controlling it. Much like the Heft Dreads don't look big enough for an Orc to be in there, which is apparently what's going on. Poor bastards. Just help me, they're saying. That's why the Sentinels stomp, they're just pissed. Okay, Torpid might be able to get through and decap the VP here. Sentinel's going for it. Got some repair support. Lord Commissar of Torpid doesn't even get involved in a fight. Goes for a decap. Looks like it was the right choice. Judged it well. Meanwhile, these fellas are building cover and those fellas are not. Ergo, these other fellas won. I think he can get like 7 or so guardsmen around a single cover point, so it can make a massive difference in a firefight. What's the sergeant up to? No hat. No helmet. Doesn't care about headshots. Look at the map here. Very, very blue. Very, very blue. Heavy weapon squad is up though. And none of this stuff will like a heavy bolter to the face. How strong is that guy lugging it around? Stomp on the Commissar of yaay. Looks like he might get shot off the field here relatively soon, but we'll see where his talk. Alright, here he comes. He'll go in and type this guardsman, I guess. Commissar of yaay was kind of hanging around a bit. And it was the heavy bolter that was capping. Seems like it should be here. Good special. The sergeant does have a chainsword, but he's not very good at using it. He's got like a low single-digit DPS, I think, that guy. I mean, why is he even a sergeant? What does it take to be a sergeant? Just a mean-looking face, maybe. Oh, these fellas are flamers. Could see a quick bash. The HQ is right here, though, and Torpid, I think, should be able to stop a complete bash, although there is a heavy bolter here. And another one moving up. Catachun's on the way for Torpid to help against those things. Stomp. Uses the corner there to get in for the stomp. And a full retreat for yaay. Couldn't quite get a full bash. Got wonder gens. I think there was only 2 there. Catachun's hitting the field very soon. There we go. Let me select them. Come on. What do the Armageddon Steel Legion Catachuns look like? They look like Catachuns. These guys don't need masks. They probably have power melee masks, as they did. 485 to 244. Big VP lead here for Torpid. As players start to think about their tier 2s. Good special there from yaay's Commissar. Maybe the power sword would actually be good here, because you get so much disruption out of it. Stop repairs, stop all these shooting. I guess it's not an investment either player wanted. Tier level 2 for Torpid's Commissar. Getting some work done outside of yaay's HQ. Runs into base turrets even. Now Catachun's Sentinel and double guards on bashing gens. And a turret goes up. This could be GG for yaay. Would have taken the match, of course, if yaay won this, but it doesn't look like he's going to. Best of 5 series. Flamers coming in. Not sure if they can out-repair that. Oh, looks like they can. And shoot them down as well. It's got to be GG. Just a bad start. Good knockback from those Catachuns. Should have contested this east side a little bit better early on. Got outplayed by that building of cover. And when he pushed through the mid, didn't have the heavy weapon squad here quickly enough. Got caught by that stomp when he was on the power. Just some small mistakes all adding up. It was a bad game, says yaay. Well, there it is. 2-1 in the series now for yaay. Torpid gets one back though. And I'll see you in game 4. Hey people, Intro here, welcome back to this game 4 of this Elite League semi-final. We've got a whole bunch of Eldar, Torpid, with a Warp Spider Exarch. Teleporting hero. Where is it? He's already teleported, damn it. Fights in range combat by default. Powerful control abilities. This is the same Han Elite scheme. Up against yaay has rolled a Warlock. A melee spellcaster can leap into combat, powerful disruption, support, and offense. This is... oh man, what is this map called? Vulcan something. Vulcan Pits. And that's Vulcan with a C. So maybe some Star Trek fellas will show up and set their phasers to, oh, I'm dead now, because it's Warhammer 40k. Warlock gets a good jump, because that's what he does. Who needs a teleport when I can jump 12 feet? This is an exciting chase. Oh, he runs away. Aha, I have range weapons. Uses the shot blocker. Is it a shot blocker that went right through that wall? Some more melee shenanigans. Warp Spider seemed to teleport into melee there. This Warp Spider's drunk, I think. He just He's having a go. Big old Banshee and Dire Avenger fight in the mid. Looks like yaay wins it because they had more Dire Avengers here. Destructor thrown out. Another crazy leap into combat from the Warlock. And now decapping going on. What's this? Banshee's bashing power, maybe. Should get the node, I think. We do have a contested VP in the southeast and naturals in the north and west. Some pressure here from yaay. Could not get the node though. Yeah, I think yaay knew this teleport was coming in. Didn't want to pour fire onto those Banshees and then get tied up and maybe eat a special and then get chopped up by the Banshees. $452 to 500 on the VPs. Early 2-1 there for yaay for a little while. Here comes a Shuriken Cannon, which just seems to float by itself. I'm not sure what these other fellas are here for. Are they controlling it with their minds? I don't know. It's a weapon team. I'm not sure what the other fellas are doing. I guess they shoot sometimes. Oh, Warlock got very low. Banshees can have their way with low-level heroes sometimes. Catching them early, getting a special, and then chopping them up. Warp Spider doing some capping. And here's some bashing from yaay. Decap from the Shuriken too. Needs to set up quickly though to cover this bash. Here comes another Shuriken Cannon, this time from Torpid. And identical builds so far. What about upgrades though? Both with the aspect of strength, and we do have the aspect over here for Torpid on one of the Avengers. There goes a shield up. Help him defend the power. I'll go straight down. Go straight back down again. Warp Spider might do some teleporting shenanigans. The Banshees are there though. Trying to attack from two angles. There is a teleport. Ties up the Guardian weapon team, of course. Banshees coming in at just the right time. Really nicely done by Torpid. Got to time your flanks. Not just run in willy-nilly. And some retreat kills on the enemy Banshees. Using their fleet to try and chase. Got very close to wiping them out there. Some good XP on those Banshees. What about the other fellas? Some decent XP all around there. Warlock has no XP whatsoever. He's been mainly on this northwestern side. I guess northwest isn't a side. You know what I mean. He's over here. Capping. And occasionally fighting things. But not killing them apparently. Here comes a power bash here from Torpid. Has two shields set up. Shuriken behind them. Much harder, of course, for yaay to get in and tie up that Shuriken. Can't teleport. Can try get around and leak, but the Warlock's not even here. Got to favour most of these engagements then for Torpid. Since, you know, his hero is here. Missing out on the capping over there. Gets rid of the Banshees nice and quick. I'm not sure what they were doing. And of course, stranded. Torpid's Banshees waiting patiently to strike. And those Banshees went down. A good grenade on retreat there, I think, that I completely missed. Well done, Indrid. You had one job. Look at all the retreat grenades. It's an Eldar matchup. Might see another nasty grenade here. There's an attempt from yaay. Not sure if both of these fellas used it. They must have, because there's no grenade there. They must have both thrown to get those Banshees down. Gotta be a big loss for yaay. Here's the Warlock at last. Got a bunch of capping done. Destructor flies out. But can't do a whole lot more. Banshees of Torpid now go for the natural VP of Torpid. Strong start for the blue Eldar. Wearing red. Shuriken might just be straight up shot down here. That's bad. Gonna lose it, I think. Oh, 15 hit points, it should be okay. Should be okay. You fellas caps yet? There we go. And now what? Straight to the enemy natural? Nope. They want to fight, I think. Warlock wants to jump on something, I can tell. Our aspect warriors have fallen. Oh, this fella died. Warlock will get in. Didn't jump though. Maybe because the shield is here. Tries a special. Kind of misses. There's the jump. That's when you wanted it as well. I believe it has a 15-second cooldown or something. That might have been changed by now. Also gets a small speed bonus after he jumps for a little while, which is useful for chasing. But otherwise, he can be pretty bad at chasing because it doesn't have a melee charge. He has the leap instead. Torpid's Banshees trying to get on retreat path, but they found some Dire Avengers. Yaay kept them in play way too long. Might pay for it with a full squad wipe here. Don't think they would have got them, but the Shuriken would have saved them if they could have. Torpid gets through quite easily. Straight on the power again. More shields up maybe. Tier 2 for both players. Looks like Yaay went first. Destructor's a good opener, but yeah, can he even get close to follow up here? Not sure what the cooldown is on it. I think it's pretty long though. I think it's pretty long. No immolator. I guess wanted that tier 2, eh? Wanted to try and leapfrog in tech after dropping the Banshees. Didn't quite pull it off. Torpid's not too far behind there. This could be a really bad fight for Yaay. Sends the Shuriken very far in. The Banshees are on the wrong side to flank. Got rid of the Banshees quickly, which was important here. Might now do a whole lot better. Grenade. Another grenade is available though. Here it comes. Spots it. Can now turn to engage. But here comes the Warp Spider to even the odds. Or rather, tip them in the Warp Spider's favour, I suppose. He's getting melee attacks through the cover there. He's basically cheating. Maybe he's like teleporting his arm through momentarily. 346 to 457. Warp Spiders on the field for Torpid. Not called in though. Produced from the HQ. And they're going instantly down this east-south corner side. Getting their Exarch. Yeah, he still has nothing up in tier 2. And no war gear. Has the VP lead though. There's an autarch drop. There we go. There's something in tier 2. Oh, it's a solid drop too. Almost wiped out those Shuriken fellas. Warp Spiders can frustrate her with their teleporting, of course. Although she's very, very quick on her feet and can jump herself. Almost finished off that Shuriken. I was pretty damn close there. Down to around 10 hit points, I think, when they finally got away. Autarch. Uh-oh. Might be chased and finished. One hit point, and she lives. Oh, there's crack shots from the Warp Spider. One of his globals. And I still have no idea what it does. I never look it up. Someone puts me out of my misery and please tell me in the comments what the hell this thing does. Dire Avengers capping the natural of Yaay. Oh, they give up. They're giving up. Nice little bash throw from the Banshees. And the Autarch is back out here. 750 hit points isn't bad. She seems to die so fast though. I thought she was going to go after the Warp Spiders there. But they can't teleport if they're knocked over. She could have gotten knocked down. Did they retreat? They did retreat. So they might not be in this fight unless it lasts for ages. Shuriken on Shuriken action. Warp Spider has the teleport there available on these fellas. There we go. Now the Banshees have free reign to run in. Made a big difference in these fights. The ability to instantly tie up the guarded weapon team. Hasn't really been able to stop him. I guess you could try... I mean, the Warlock's capping now. I guess you could try and keep the Warlock around. Wait for the Warp Spider to teleport in and then get your jump, knock him over, tie him up that way. Allow your Shuriken a few seconds to reset up, maybe. Could also just grenade him when he teleports in or something. But could get some nasty friendly fire there. Autarch, of course, could also knock him over. It's definitely a pain. She can do that. Good special too. Banshees are in. That's a very good war shout. Can they finish something off here? No, they can't. Are they going to fight this Autarch? She doesn't want to fight. Does not want to fight. She'll be okay. 3-4-6 to 3-3-5. Warp Spider doing his capping thing. And the Warp Spider squad also doing it. The Warlock was forced to retreat. Looking kind of crestfallen over here. Looks like yaay is coming out to fight back for the VPs now. Warp Spider hits level 3. Has the heavy gauge death spinner. And enhanced warp jump generator. And now Shimmer Orb on the way. Lots of investment in that Warp Spider. We have double Guardian weapon teams now for yaay. Help alleviate the pressure that a Warp Spider can put on with those teleport and tie-ups. And Autarch will decap. Covered by the double shurikens and the Warlock ready to strike. But look at the map right now. So very blue. And this is completely decapped over here. Torpid is, I guess, has to respond to this pressure on the west side. There's a webway as well for Torpid. The Warp Spider webway gives you energy regeneration when you activate the thing. The technical term for it, the thing. There's a more cracked shot on those Warp Spiders. Might just be a straight up damage buff. Oh, good grenade. Set up by the suppression. The other one was a bit short. The second one there. Shimmer Orb goes up. Warp Spider's getting into some melee combat to tie up the Shuriken. The Warp Rex up. Does live, I think, maybe. Warlock is trying to get him. One hit might do it. Ah, he gives up. I hear more grenades going in that I missed, I think. Warlock got like a destructor and a jump all in one there. That was weird. And pretty effective. Did well. It was all because of Torpid like coming through a single approach here. Maybe, I don't think he knew. Maybe, perhaps he didn't know that yaay had double shurikens up. Although the other one is over there. But yeah, those Banshees got caught and 8 grenades. Surprised they ate them. That they weren't just retreated out as soon as they were caught in that really bad position. Here come some more Banshees. Autarch lives, maybe? Lives. Done well so far. But yaay is behind. Oh, this is Torpid's Guardian Weapon Team, you moron. That's why it's over here. Yeah, so yaay dropped one. I'm getting confused with all the Eldar. Has kept on this VP though. 287 to 283. Very even on VPs, but look at the difference in rosters. yaay now going for some more Howling Banshees. Maybe to buff them with Enhance or something. Not sure what the plan is there. Maybe thinks he can get some nasty flanks going. Here they are. What level are Torpid's Banshees? They're level 2. Have the Exarch as well. And of course the Aspects. Look at the map, very blue. yaay needs a decisive engagement here. Much easier said than done, of course. Heavy gauge their spinner, messing up the autark. There's more cracked shots. Seems to be doing a lot of damage to those Banshees alongside the Dire Avengers there. They cannot stay in the fight for long. Jumping in is the Warlock. I'm really surprised at the lack of Immolator here in Tier 1. Tier 3 now for Torpid. Yeah, he got through. Gets onto the VP. Banshees will meet him. But Torpid is also onto the VP because, you know, teleporting. Didn't get a decap though. What about this fella? It's a bad fight for you. Level 2, no war gear. Gonna die really bad. And there is the death. And Torpid has a Wraithlord stomping around. Yeah, he's in trouble. Could get the Bright Lance, of course. Banshees could also fight it in melee, maybe, if they get the Exarch. They won't do a great job if it turns to fight them. Going for a power bash. Alongside the autark. Nope. Going for a flank. They've caught this shuriken. And they should, yep, take it down pretty well there. That was quite painful. Very, very painful. Everything was damage buffed from the autark jump, I think. Got rid of something, but we still have this to deal with. Did get another Guardian Weapon team, and it does have the Bright Lance. Here we go. Banshees might get right on it though. Few good hits. Banshees trying to. Grenade can stop them. Grenade does not go in it. There's a war shout though, and gets rid of. Bright Lance has to retreat. Triple cap here for Torpid. And here comes another Wraithlord. Could have got a Fire Prism there. But hey, double Wraithlords is fun. Smack. Banshees do escape. Autark does not. So you get 40 red for taking out an Autark. And that could be GG, especially when the second Wraithlord hits the field. Bright Lance is still there. But so are the Warp Spiders to tie it up. It's level 4 Exarch as well. Trying to flank here is yaay around this wall. Gonna get spotted, obviously. Needed something to engage this side first. And doesn't have a lot to do that with. It's hard to edge forward your setup teams when your opponent has teleports to get in straight on them while they're trying to get forward. Banshee's got shot to hell again. More cracked shots on those Warp Spiders. Like 4 or 5 times we've seen it used. Seems pretty effective. Wraithlord just hanging out. Has Wraithbone and the shoulder-mounted Shuriken Cannon. Triple cap. Down to 52 VPs is yaay. Looks like it's going to be 2-2 on the series. Smack. Killed that one guy a hell of a lot. Where's the second Wraithlord? Did he cancel it? I don't see it. Shuriken hanging out. Oh, there it is. It's hanging out on the east. yaay not happy again. Triple cap wins it though for Torpid, which are a level 5 Warp Spider Exarch at the end, and a level 2 Warlock. Down. The series is evened up. We go into the deciding 5th and final game of this second semi-final. I'll see you there. Hey people, Injured here, back with Game 5, the deciding game in this semi-final. Yaay has rolled a war boss. Apologies for the camera freaking out there. Just something this map does. This guy fights in melee combat, incredibly pissed off at everything, walks through objects. You know the guy. And Torpid has rolled out the Warlock, a melee spellcaster that can leap into combat, powerful disruption support and offense. Same Han elite scheme. I was hoping for multiple sluggers out the gate, but I guess not. We've got double shooters. And well, these fellas are both going southwest. Are they all going southwest? Trying to do some damage down here early on. Banshees are strangely spread out, capping this wreck point. They had an argument maybe. Warlock might take some shooter fire. Here we go. They're happy. They're shooting. Well, apart from that guy. What are you doing? Wanted a really close look at that Warlock. And now we might see a nasty flank here from Torpid. Banshees are in. This is a bad fight for Yaay. The Banshees go back in, waiting for the Destructor. There it is. All they need is one special, and there is the special. One Banshee did that special. It knocked down the entire Slugger squad. And they are done for. Banshees should escape fine too. Yep, they're still chopping. There they go. Only dropped 2 models, in fact, I think. Buff sluggers, eh? Well, those were Banshees. They're gonna beat your sluggers. Sluggers are replaced here. And the Warlock caps. War Boss is not pleased. Lots of pew-pew. Into his shoulder there. There is a garrison for these fellas to take. And they take it. War Boss turns around in disgust. Here's the new Slugger squad getting their burners up immediately here to try and fry some dire Avengers. No upgrades for the shooter boys yet. No upgrades for the War Boss himself either. There's a big what? Wish it was a bit more noticeable, audibly, when someone was with a bunch of stuff. Destructor fired out, and here come Banshees again, and they are scary. They're in the mood to kill today. Warlock setting things up with some leaping and destructoring. War Boss not involved. Another good leap. Does have his stomp available, of course. Would make a big difference in these fights, but he's been off capping, which I guess you need to do. Shuriken. Gonna cover the mid. Power being decapped. Haven't seen a run at this yet from Torpid. Looters on the way for Yaay. Trying to stop these Banshees from killing everything. War Boss should have some fun here. Crack. Attack slowly, but bring some pain with each swing, that guy. Where are the looters? There they are. That death gun will certainly help control the Banshees, but they're going to get caught here. Banshees were live to it. With fleet up, easily able to get in, taking out a model 2 in quick time. Yeah, Yaay struggling to get anything going. Approaching fights poorly. Unable to set up things how he wants. Torpid just catching him stepping kind of thing. Catching him setting up, trying to get into position. And makes him pay. Can they stop this bash? They cannot. Might be able to set up a decent flank here. Don't see any... Oh, we do have grenades up. One grenade up. Banshees spot the flank. War Boss is there. Should have been in first, I think, to get the stomp. That's the stomp. Decent grenade. Oh, very good grenade, in fact. Almost whacked out the Sluggers. Ard boys to try and save them. I don't think it's going to be enough. Banshees, are you going to attack? Banshees not feeling like attacking today, apparently. Wow. How did they escape? That was very strange. They seem to be in range to attack. but did not attack. They did get the war boss though. Triple cap here for Torpid. GG says yaay. Is that going to be it? It is. Yaay concedes. And Torpid comes back from 2 down to take the semi-final. And will meet Twalali. And hopefully we'll see some good games. Merciless Witchblade was up. Awesome comeback for Torpid. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you next time.